Imagine a village, Pratapgarh, where a jackfruit tree stands by a lonely pond. Nestled in the heart of the village, this tree carries more than just fruits. It carries a tale of mystery and fear. Its robust trunk, with twisted branches reaching out like gnarled fingers, has witnessed countless sunsets and moonlit nights. The villagers, with their sun-worn faces and hardened hands, speak in hushed tones about the tree. They share tales of strange occurrences and unexplainable phenomena. Whispers of shadowy figures lurking around the tree and eerie sounds piercing the stillness of the night create an unsettling aura. The tree, with its dark green leaves and heavy jackfruits, holds an uncanny secret. A spirit, they say, makes its abode in the tree, turning the serene pondside spot into a playground of the supernatural. It's a place where curiosity meets fear, where the known meets the unknown. The villagers whisper of the eerie happenings around this tree, but no one dares to approach it after sunset. Enter our protagonists, three friends who arrive in Pratapgarh for a visit. The trio, brimming with youthful energy and an insatiable thirst for adventure, are drawn to the quaint charm of the village. Their hearts pound with excitement as the village unfolds before their eyes, each corner promising a new tale. They are intrigued by the local folklore, especially the tale of the jackfruit tree. The tree, a towering figure by the village pond, is said to be the abode of a mysterious spirit. This tale, woven with threads of mystery and intrigue, fans the flames of their curiosity. Their adventurous spirits are drawn to the tree like moths to a flame. As they laugh, joke, and tease each other about the ghostly inhabitant of the tree, they remain oblivious to the danger lurking in the shadows. They are merely playing with the edges of a dark tapestry that's about to unravel. Little did they know their curiosity would lead them to a chilling encounter. In the heart of the village, they meet an old priest, a man of wrinkled wisdom and solemn eyes. He was a relic of time, a guardian of secrets. His gaze fell heavily upon the trio, a weighty silence filling the air before he spoke. "Your young hearts are brave, but bravery can sometimes be the cloak of foolishness," the priest warned. His voice was a low whisper, like the rustle of dried leaves under a winter's wind. His words carried a gravity that seemed to chill the air around them, a premonition of something sinister and unseen. He began to share a tale, one that was as old as the village itself. It was a tale of the jackfruit tree by the pond, a tree that was no ordinary tree. "A spirit dwells within its gnarled branches," the priest said, his voice a somber echo in the hushed surroundings. "It is a spirit of unrest, a wisp of a soul trapped between realms, entwined in the roots of the tree." The priest advised them to steer clear of the tree, to respect the boundaries of the supernatural, to understand that some mysteries were not meant to be solved. "The spirit is not evil, but it is tormented," he told them. "Its pain is its prison, and those who dare to disturb it often find themselves ensnared in its curse." He painted a vivid picture, a tapestry of caution and fear woven with threads of the unknown. It was a story that was whispered in hushed tones, a tale that sent shivers down the spine of even the bravest souls. The friends listened, their faces a mixed canvas of intrigue and apprehension. The priest's words hung in the air, a spectral echo that seemed to linger long after he had spoken. But as the sun began to dip beneath the horizon, casting long shadows across the village, it was clear that their curiosity was far from quenched. They listened, but their curiosity was far from quenched. Against all warnings, the friends decide to visit the jackfruit tree after sunset. The air feels heavy around them, a palpable sense of foreboding that makes each step towards the tree feel like a mile. They try to laugh it off, to make light of the situation, but their laughter echoes hollow in the growing darkness. The tree looms in front of them, its gnarled branches clawing at the moonlit sky. The friends stare at it, their hearts pounding in their chests. There's an eerie quiet that surrounds the tree, a silence that seems to swallow all other sounds. It's as if the world is holding its breath, waiting for something to happen. And then, it does. A chill wind sweeps through the area, rustling the leaves and making the tree shiver. One of the friends gasps, pointing at the tree. They see a shadowy figure, barely discernible, but undeniably there. It's the spirit, the one they were warned about. It's not just a story, not just a local legend. It's real, and it's right in front of them. The friends are frozen in place, their blood turning to ice in their veins. The figure seems to stare back at them, its presence a cold, hard reality that they can't deny. They feel a sense of dread, a feeling of impending doom that makes their stomachs churn. The silence is broken by a low, guttural growl, a sound that seems to vibrate through the very ground beneath their feet. It's a sound that speaks of ancient anger and unfulfilled vengeance, a sound that promises pain and terror. The friends feel a pull, a strange compulsion that urges them to come closer, to reach out and touch the tree. They resist, their minds screaming at them to run, to get away from the tree and its haunting occupant. But their bodies refuse to move, held captive by the sheer terror that grips them. Fear seizes them as the spirit of the tree makes its presence known. The friends realize too late that they have trespassed into a realm they should have left alone. They are in the spirit's territory now, and there's no telling what it might do. Terrified, they rush back to the priest seeking help. The old priest, draped in worn-out robes and with a face etched with wisdom and age, offers them a seat. The room fills with an air of desperation as the friends relay their encounter with the spirit. The priest listens silently, his eyes reflecting a deep understanding of their fear. Once their tale is told, he takes a deep breath and begins to share his advice. The spirit of the jackfruit tree, he begins, is an old one, bound to the tree by a promise unfulfilled. It doesn't mean to harm, but is lost and confused. He moves on to explain the steps they must take to escape the spirit's wrath. First, you must show respect to the spirit. Acknowledge its presence. Do not fear it, for fear only fuels its restlessness. Second, offer it a piece of ripe jackfruit from its own tree as a token of peace. Lastly, and most importantly, promise to fulfill its unfulfilled wish. His voice is steady, his words measured as he guides them. You must find out what it is that the spirit seeks. It may not be easy, and it may not be something you can provide, but you must try, for it is only through fulfilling its wish that the spirit will find peace and release you from its grip. The priest's words hang heavy in the room. The friends exchange glances, their faces a mix of fear and determination. They know they have no other choice but to follow the priest's advice. It's not just about their survival now. It's about helping a lost spirit find its way to peace. They thank the priest for his guidance and stand to leave, their resolve strengthened. They may be terrified, but they are not helpless. They are prepared to face the spirit, equipped with the priest's wisdom and their courage. With hope in their hearts, they prepare to face the spirit. Armed with the priest's advice, the friends approach the tree once more. Their hearts beat with a rhythm that echoed their dread, but an unseen force propelled them forward. Like soldiers marching into battle, they moved with grim determination, each step a testament to their will to survive. Following the priest's guidance, they began to recite the ancient mantra, their voices trembling yet resolute. The chant hung heavy in the air, a protective shield against the vengeful spirit. As the words danced on their lips, they could feel the darkness receding, the menacing tendrils of the spirit retreating back into the gnarled bark of the jackfruit tree. Just as hope began to bloom in their chests, a misstep twisted their fate. In his fear, one of the friends fumbled the chant, his voice breaking the rhythm. The spirit, sensing the disruption, swooped down like a bird of prey. It wrapped its spectral arms around him, pulling him towards the tree. His friends, stricken with terror, could only watch as he was swallowed by the spirit's icy grasp. Refusing to abandon their friend, the two remaining friends redoubled their efforts. The mantra became their lifeline, a beacon of hope amidst the enveloping darkness. With every word they uttered, they could feel the spirit's grip on their friend loosening. But the spirit was relentless, its hold unyielding. Despite their desperate pleas and the power of the mantra, their friend was inexorably drawn into the spirit's realm. The chilling reality began to sink in. Their friend was lost. The spirit's laughter echoed around them, a haunting reminder of their failure. With heavy hearts, the two friends retreated, their steps echoing with the loss of their companion. The spirit's malevolent laughter still ringing in their ears, they looked back one last time, their eyes reflecting the heart-wrenching sight of the jackfruit tree. For them, it was no longer just a tree, but a tombstone, a chilling symbol of their lost friend. Two friends escaped, but one remained, trapped in the spirit's deadly grasp. The chilling tale of the jackfruit tree of Pratapgarh was far from over. Desperate, the trapped friend attempts to free himself. His heart pounds in his chest like a wild drum echoing through the silent night. The eerie whispers from the jackfruit tree seem to grow louder with each passing moment, dancing on the edge of his sanity. His palms are slick with sweat as he tries to disentangle himself from the invisible grip of the unseen spirit. Each effort, however, proves futile. It's as if the very air has solidified around him, holding him captive under the watchful gaze of the ominous jackfruit tree. The once familiar surroundings now seem alien, twisted by the spectral influence of the tree. His breaths come in ragged gasps, the taste of fear sharp on his tongue. He can almost feel the icy tendrils of the spirit reaching out to him, wrapping around him, pulling him closer to the tree. His mind races, scrambling for a way out, a lifeline in the engulfing darkness. But the more he struggles, the tighter the spectral grip becomes. His strength is dwindling, sapped by the relentless struggle. Each heartbeat echoes the ticking clock, a chilling reminder of the impending doom that awaits him under the shadowy canopy of the jackfruit tree. His vision blurs, the world around him spinning into a vortex of fear and despair. His final moments are a tragic symphony, a poignant testament to the cruel fate that has befallen him. The spirit's laughter seems to echo in his ears, a chilling serenade accompanying his last breaths. His life force ebbs away, drawn into the spectral vortex of the jackfruit tree. His body goes limp, the light in his eyes extinguishing as he succumbs to the relentless spirit. The quiet of the night is shattered by the mournful wail of the wind, a sorrowful elegy for the lost soul. His struggle ends, his story swallowed by the darkness. His last breath was taken under the haunting shadow of the jackfruit tree. The surviving friends are left devastated and guilt-ridden. The silence that follows tragedy is often the most deafening. It was no different for the friends who remained, their hearts heavy with grief, their minds tangled in the thorny vines of guilt. They had ventured into the unknown, their curiosity piqued by the tale spun around the jackfruit tree of Pratapgarh. But as they say, curiosity often leads to unexpected consequences. In their case, it had led to the untimely demise of their friend. A friend who laughed with them, dreamed with them, and faced the unknown with them. A friend who was no more. Their hearts ached with the rawness of their loss. Their souls echoed with the chilling laughter of the spirit that had taken their friend away. The village of Pratapgarh, once a haven of peace and tranquility, now seemed to them like a grim reminder of their loss. The narrow lanes they had once walked with joy now seemed to close in on them, suffocating them with their friend's absence. The jackfruit tree, once a symbol of their shared adventure, now stood as a silent sentinel of their friend's sacrifice. As they prepared to leave Pratapgarh, each stone, each corner seemed to whisper their friend's name. The wind seemed to carry their friend's laughter, but with each step they took, the burden of their loss seemed to weigh them down. They carried with them not just their belongings, but a heavy heart filled with regret, guilt, and a longing for a time that was no more. They knew as they left behind the village that they were also leaving behind a part of themselves, a part that laughed, that dared, that dreamed, a part that was now buried under the jackfruit tree, forever lost to the spirit that resided there. They left the village behind, but the memory of their friend and the haunted jackfruit tree would forever remain. Back in Pratapgarh, the legend of the jackfruit tree only grows. The tree, standing tall by the pond, continues to cast an eerie shadow over the village, its presence a chilling reminder of the tale of the three friends. The whispers of their encounter with the spirit that resides within the tree rustle through the village like a cold wind. The story, now woven into the fabric of the village's folklore, has become a chilling bedtime tale, a cautionary narrative shared hushed and wide-eyed around the warmth of the hearth. The villagers, old and young alike, dare not venture near the tree after dusk, the fear of the unknown spirit holding them back. The jackfruit tree has become more than just a tree. It's a symbol of the supernatural, a monument of the unseen, a beacon of the village's shared fear. The jackfruit tree stands still, its secrets and the spirit within, forever a part of Pratapgarh. The tale ends here, but the echoes of the story remain. The chilling chronicle of the three friends, their harrowing encounter with the spectral inhabitant of the jackfruit tree, and the untimely demise of one, continues to reverberate in the hushed whispers of Pratapgarh. Their adventure, a testament to their courage and camaraderie, has become a part of the village's lore. A chilling reminder of the mystery of the unknown, the story of the jackfruit tree of Pratapgarh remains etched in the annals of folklore.